some of that famous paper wrap?
I do.
You did. Where's that for you?
It is. What? No, what is he doing?
Just take down this.
No, he can't take these ones down.
go get it.
graduates, you only sit down for just a couple seconds. Welcome parents, guests, alumni, online viewers, Navarro faculty and staff, former Navarro faculty and staff, school board members, central administration, and soon-to-be graduates of the class of 2021. We now get to end this year and celebrate one of the most challenging school years in recent generations. This year started with high levels of uncertainty and anxiety, and now we sit here today with 142 graduates before us, ready to end this part of their educational career and begin many new chapters in their lives. I personally want to thank the school board, central administration, our teachers, our staff, our parents, our guardians, our community members, and our students for staring a worldwide pandemic in its face and achieving what you accomplished this year. At the high school itself, we will graduate these students today, and it took all of them to earn over 30 certifications in CTE. We saw 7 FFA teams go to state. Our band went to state this year. 16 of our 17 athletic programs went beyond district play. And 3 of those teams went to state, and one of them won state, and he's graduating today. We advanced 10 UIL academic teams to the regional round, and this graduating class played a huge part in Navarro getting an A rating 2 years ago. So great job, graduates. You leave behind a legacy of excellence that we will all be trying to live up to for many years to come. It's been an honor and a privilege to navigate these historical waters with you this year. So congratulations, graduates. Congratulations to the family members, the friends, our stakeholders, the teachers, the staff in Navarro ISD for what you've done, not only this year, but in all the years in the past. So now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise, remove your hats as we honor America and our servicemen and women around the globe, and remain standing as you are able for the national anthem to be played by the Navarro Band and the Pledge of Allegiance to be led by Aaron Magana and the prayer to be led by Chloe Zimmer. So first, the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Good evening, Navarro. Please bow your heads as we pray. Lord, thank you for allowing us to have this opportunity to graduate, as we know so many other classes were not able to. We thank you for providing us with the strength courage, and determination to endure the last 13 years of school. Lord, please bless all the graduating students as we embark on the next chapter of our lives, and may you offer us protection as we venture into adulthood. Bless the parents, mentors, teachers, family, and friends who have guided us to this point and will continue to show us the way to success. Amen.
You may be seated. And now with our opening remarks, here's Brooke Carley.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to start off by saying thank you to the families and staff of Navarro. Thank you for sharing your time and knowledge with us. Without you all, we would not be the compassionate young adults that we have grown into today. This is the moment we have been waiting for 13 years. Although it went faster than expected, we can all commemorate the memories that we've made. I would like to congratulate my fellow classmates on their accomplishments and welcome the class officers of 2021 to present their speeches.
And with our introduction of guests is Juliana Wiesman.
Okay. Hello. It's an honor to be welcoming students, staff, family, and friends, and honored guests here at Navarro's graduation. Without you, none of these amazing students would be where we are today. First, I would like to introduce our senior class sponsors, Mrs. Jessica Limmer, Mrs. Michelle Hansen, and Mr. Matt Godfrey. Also, I would like for everyone to give a warm welcome to our Navarro Board of Trustees, President Dr. Greg Gilcrease, Vice President Mrs. Renee Refeld, Secretary Mrs. Donna Gillum, and Assistant Secretary Mr. Clint Scheib, and members Mr. Tracy Large, Mr. Hank Dieter, and Mrs. Melissa Sartain. And lastly, I would like to acknowledge the people who made today possible. Our Superintendent, Mrs. Wendy Russell, our Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Luke Morales, our Principal, Mr. Clay Scarborough, Assistant Principal, Mr. John Pugh, our Academic Dean, Mr. John Gary, and last but not least, our counselors, Miss Robin Steffen and Mrs. Kelly Gates. And now I would like to call up Kenneth Stafford and Sergio Hernandez as they will share some memories of our past 13 years here at Navarro.
Hello, graduating class of 2021. Throughout the years, our grade could best be known for all the staff kids and later all of the staff-infected kids.
Thanks, Brian.
We are also thought of as the guinea pig class thanks to the numerous teachers who retired, moved away, or mysteriously disappeared during our time at Navarro. Now, as we are about to take our first baby steps into the real world, I believe we will be remembered as the class of leaders.
So for me, it started in kindergarten. I remember Zero the Hero in Ms. Mitchell's class, playing with shaving cream, reading sight words, going absolutely insane on water day, making butter on field day, breaking the rules with my partner in crime, Blake Martinez. Him and I used to fly through Hank the Cow Dog. Books which we got from Mr. Sanford and Mrs. Faylis, the OG librarians. Then we go to PE with Coach Herzog and play with the parachute or hang out with that one dude who had all the snakes and lizards. Y'all remember that guy? I'll always remember Ms. Peters and all her flamingos. I'll never forget when she put me in timeout and you'd have to turn that little timer to how long you were staying in there, and you just have to look at it and wait till you can go play. Or setting off your light-up Skechers while we were watching a movie in a dark room. That's some good stuff. I'll always remember Ms. Stevens making art on the computers and all of our little inside jokes. I still remember Mr. Dragon. I used to be terrified of him and his last name. I remember dropping mad tickets at the Roar store. Then a couple years down the road, we had Mr. Wiegand in middle school. And I can never forget about Ms. Buchholz. I learned more in that class about the world and how it works than I did anywhere else as a fifth grader. Sixth grader. This was also around the same time John Rhodey was dislocating his knees all the time at recess. I know y'all remember that. It was like three different times. Middle school was kind of a blur, but it was a blast.
When we then left the intermediate campus and headed to the junior high, where the majority of our memories involved shenanigans that dwindled the second we heard the jingle of Mr. Morales' keys around the corner. In 7th grade, Coach Zaleski instilled in our brains the formula for photosynthesis while also scaring us not to fall asleep in his class after he drew a Sharpie mustache on Maddie Reyes. Occurring in the same classroom, Reese Rojas fell victim to the torment of Maddie and was burned with a hot glue gun during the Create a Hand lab. The torment of our 7th grade selves was also inflicted upon Miss Cole when Otto Geldner cut her window blinds with a pair of paper scissors. We spent Halloween that year watching movies in our Halloween costumes after the notorious tornado spiraled past the school. We enjoyed one of the best field trips at the San Marcos Aquatic Center, where we were fascinated by the glass-bottom boats.
8th grade brought a gift everyone can agree was one of our favorite memories at Navarro. Coach Bing. He started the legacy of throwing pencils into the ceiling, which later led to slime being thrown up onto the cafeteria ceiling. Slime was also an up-and-coming trend that inspired a number of small businesses to pop up during lunchtime. Another tornado came our way, but by then we were basically experts in the art of sitting in the halls with our hands over our head. Speaking of hands, never will the band kids forget the day Tyler Dugan smashed his finger into a door, resulting in the phrase,
"Owie, owie, owie, owie."
Another 8th grade tale started when Buddy Norton one day decided to bring his hoverboard to school.
It was quickly confiscated.
Like past 8th grade classes, our year was concluded with a trip to Schlitterbahn with our former friend Jack, almost being left behind. Then high school started. Except for me, it started way too early with band camp. And this was my first year in band camp. And this was also Mr. Todd's first time running a band camp.
Wacky weather continued into high school as we all watched the solar eclipse together in the courtyard and spent 3 very rainy days inside during Hurricane Harvey. Our innocent ears were protected from cuss words as Miss Hollins did her best at turning down movies on Netflix each time profanity came up. Most of our knowledge about the world came not from Coach Harrison, but from Carl Azus hosting CNN 10 every Friday.
Keys jingled through the hallways as we all slowly passed our driver's test sophomore year. This was also the first year we had Coach Blunt. I'll never forget those first 2 weeks with the new coaching staff. The first day was educational. We learned what gassers were and what it was to lift on the whistle. And you had to do push-ups if you weren't counting, even if you had 300 pounds on your back.
Mrs. Lester taught us to better watch what we said because if she heard even the slightest negative word come from our mouth, it was wall sits for the rest of the class. Buddy continued his harmless pranks as he convinced one of Coach Connor's substitutes that redneck TV was an important part of world history.
I also remember that one time there was Chewbacca tryout flyers all over the hallways.
Plastic babies were also a defining symbol of sophomore year as they were sporadically hidden throughout the school for all to find. Although the year brought a plethora of fond memories to look back upon, it was also a year that brought heartbreak to every student. Oliver Sebastian Storia was a beloved member of our graduating class who passed away in November of our sophomore year. We dearly wish he could be walking with us each tonight, however, we know he is resting peacefully. Junior year, we celebrated homecoming together earlier than most years, but before we could celebrate, everyone had to make sure Kaylee was safe after rolling her Jeep on Huber Road.
Another thing I'll never forget is that infamous Charlie and Hunter beef, the juicy stuff.
Our most notable shenanigans include the stealing of door stoppers, tape rollers, and staplers, and when we hid a salt lamp in a classroom, causing Mr. Pugh to visit one day during a lecture, only to discover the salt lamp was in a nearby cabinet.
Then, one day on the way out of a Wendy's in Kingsville with the powerlifting team, I remember we got an alert that spring break had just been extended a week, and we were super excited. We were like, yeah, 2 weeks of spring break. But then it went on another 2 weeks, and then another 2 weeks, and I couldn't find any toilet paper anywhere. Yeah, it was rough. Then I had to wear this mask thingy everywhere. And on top of all that, we had to do online pre-cal with Mr. Mappin. And every day he was in the Bahamas with palm trees and the water by him. That was his background.
Someone came down with Rona, causing the entire football team to be quarantined on their first day of senior year. We spent an early morning known as senior sunrise together, even though the sun never really appeared. Football made it to quarterfinals, and volleyball made it to the area playoffs. Our boys cross-country team made it to regionals, and the band placed 14th at the state marching competition. Our athletes made it to state and land and range. Powerlifting sent 5 girls and 3 boys to the state meet.
I was one of them. I won state.
The girls' basketball team made it to quarterfinals, softball reached playoffs, and baseball made history in this season.
In the end, Navarro has been home to us in some way. Here, together, we have learned and grown into the students we are graduating as today.
Everyone say cheese.
All right, graduates, we talked about this part earlier. As I kind of read this section, stand as you are qualified for what we're talking about here for the next few minutes. Let's start with this. If you attended Navarro from kindergarten through graduation, please stand and be recognized. And on that note, a special congratulations to Shannon Hancock for perfect attendance from kindergarten all the way through high school. Please stand and be recognized. If you attended Navarro for 4 years of high school, please stand and be recognized. Just laughing. How does some of y'all not know? And looking at each other like, was I here 4 years? If you participated in any UIL athletic or academic competition any time over the last 4 years, please stand and be recognized. If you were a member of any club or organization at any time over the last 4 years, please stand and be recognized. If you were a state finalist in any competition through a club or organization or UIL athletic or academic competition, please stand and be recognized. If you intend to join any branch of the military after high school, please stand and be recognized. All right, this will be for all of you in attendance today. If you are a veteran or currently serving in any branch of the military, please stand and be recognized. We thank you for your service. If you plan to attend a 2-year college or enroll in any technical school or plan to enter the workforce after high school, please stand and be recognized. If you are leaving Navarro with a certification of any kind, any technical field, or earned a certification of any kind, please stand and be recognized. If you plan to attend a 4-year college, please stand and be recognized. If you received any amount of a scholarship to a technical school, 2-year college, 4-year college, or any program that furthers your education, please stand and be recognized. And finally, graduates, please stand and applaud your family, your friends, and everyone that helped you get to where you are today. So you guys stand and applaud them for all they've done for you. All right, y'all sit down again. All right, guys, so that's great stuff. But I want you to picture this 10 years from now. What if we were to call y'all back here 10 years from now, sit you in the exact seat you're in right now? What qualifiers will we call at that time for you guys? What will you have done with the next 10 years of your life? Will you have started your own business? Would you have traveled overseas? What about selling your own business? Would you have gotten married? Would you have earned a master's degree or a doctorate degree? Would you have made $1 million? Or would you have cured a disease? The point is, the next 10 years and beyond is really up to you now. And you really get to do this. This 13 years may only be chapter 3, 4, 5 in the book of your life ahead of you. But you're going to have many more chapters to write. And I would love to see, I can't wait to see what you do with the next 10 years and what all you accomplish, and we could say you accomplished in the next 10 years. So congratulations, graduates, and we look forward to what you will do next. Last thing before we get into our salutatorian and valedictorian speeches, you guys kind of adopted this, so make sure you guys leave with this today when you go back into the cafeteria, pick up your stuff. But you guys adopted this, so you're taking it with you. You are now educated, elevated, and graduated. There you go. Okay, our salutatorian for this year has served as the vice president of Interact, is a National Honor Society member, has competed in UIL math and number sense, and was a soloist in the state finalist Navarro band. Please welcome to the stage Daniel Martinez.
The Arctic seal, also known as the harp seal, is left by its mother roughly 12 days after its birth. In that 12 days, the seal pup gains about 5 pounds per day and ends up weighing around 80 pounds by the time its mother leaves it. Now, although none of us have gained 5 pounds per day in the past 4 years, high school has definitely felt like just 12 days. And much like the Arctic seal, we've all grown up and are ready to take on the real world. 4 years ago, we entered the high school for the first time. Some of us were scared and unsure about this next journey we were preparing to embark on. However, none of us knew just how fast that journey was coming to an end. Today, we celebrate this journey's closing. Every single student here tonight has worked hard to be here. Although their success would not have been possible were it not for everyone in this room. The school board, for their leadership and support throughout our high school careers, the faculty and staff for not only educating us, but also offering wisdom and guidance in times of need, and finally, the parents, family, and loved ones who've raised us and offered us constant love. Thank you all. Now, high school poses many unique and notable challenges for every student in every school every single year. The students of the class of 2021 are no different. Though the circumstances of this year posed an unprecedented challenge, our grit, our resilience, and our tenacity has allowed us to conquer this challenge just like any other. Now, we are only stronger having persevered. With hard work and hardships behind us, and an undiscovered future ahead of us, we're only left with the certainty of now. My parting message to the class of 2021 is to pause and take a breath. Appreciate this moment and every moment as it passes by. Because in the end, now is all that is guaranteed, and living in the moment is a beautiful thing. To quote a wise martial arts master, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Thank you.
Our valedictorian for this year has served Navarro in many roles. Her resume includes being FFA president, the National Honor Society vice president, the Key Club president, and the Young Republicans president. Please welcome to the stage Miss Callie Kimball.
Good evening, families, classmates, and faculty of Navarro High School. As much as I hate to mention the daunting thing that has ruled our lives for the last 14 months, I want to recognize that despite what happened following March 13th, 2020, including hours of online schooling, the constant unknowns, the opportunities and memories stripped from our high school experience, and of course the occasional group quarantines, we have made it. This is it. 13 years of waking up earlier than we wanted, learning the core curriculum mandated by the government, because of course we all need to know that y equals mx plus b on a daily basis, and the constant 8 to 3:30 routine has come to a close. Our time within Navarro, where simple math wasn't so simple, homework was always procrastinated, teachers always were flustered by our absurd amount of absences, friends became family, and time flew by so fast, is officially over. With the close to one of the largest chapters of our lives, opens a new door of opportunity with the real world lurking on the other side. Looking back, school has always been a race. Whether you were in kindergarten, literally racing your best friend on the playground, or in high school, competing to be the best at whatever you were involved in. Whether it was athletics, band, ag, or theater, each and every one of us was always striving to outdo or outperform the next person in line. Not only that, but we were trying to please someone else, whether it was our coaches, our parents, or our friends. And as many of us have grown to see each other's faults, likes, dislikes, quirks, and differing personalities, there was a developed expectation for each one of us. The smart kids not only should excel in the classroom, but should also be well-behaved. The kids who don't care as much were labeled as not as smart and seen as unmotivated and unsuccessful by their peers and teachers. The average kids who took school seriously but focused on enjoying their high school experience were somewhat overlooked by people. Well, despite all these preconceived notions and stereotypical labels, I'm here to tell you that none of it matters. Sure, these people here have some grand opinion of you, some expected outcome they've predicted for your life, and some scale of success they fit you into. So what? The thing I've learned throughout these past few years is that everyone's version of success is different, and it all depends on what you're passionate about and who you want to become. Stop worrying about what other people think about you, because their opinions don't define you or your success. If you have a dream, even as unrealistic, as scary, or as unattainable as it seems, pursue it, because you won't know what happens unless you try. Next year, we're all going somewhere else, where we'll meet new faces and make new experiences. That means that now is your time to define yourself, because first impressions matter. Quit trying to please everyone around you and start sticking to who you truly are and who you wish others would accept you as, because I promise you, there are plenty of people who will accept you and love you for who you are, no matter what. You might just have to start looking a little harder for them. Now I'm going to say something that I don't like to admit very often. I was wrong. When I moved to Navarro in 7th grade, and many of you welcomed me here with open arms, within weeks, several of y'all had nicknamed me the Valedictorian. I didn't even want to say yes or agree because I knew y'all were just messing with me, or even if I had the chance to reach that spot, y'all were going to jinx it for me. Well, here I am on this stage, proving that you guys were right, but knowing that I wouldn't have made it here had I not had the love and support from so many of you here tonight. To my classmates and friends, Thank you for always pushing me, occasionally pushing my buttons, allowing me to be your personal photographer, and loving me for me. To the teachers, staff, and faculty, I don't know where we'd be without your guidance and support, especially this past year. Thank you for going above and beyond what your job calls for, including listening to my daily cow updates and looking at all the pictures of them. To Miss Hanson, Miss Seals, and Miss Hensley, y'all have taken me in as one of your own and become like second mothers to me. I love you guys, and I'll forever be grateful for the impact you've had on my life. I'm sure if you've seen me in the halls, you've probably seen me with either Lauren, Janae, or both of them, and occasionally Justine. These girls keep my life interesting, and I can't thank them enough for being my best friends throughout my high school experience. I love y'all. To my grandparents, y'all have always pushed me to do the things I love. Thank you for that. To my step-parents, Kevin and Sherry, you always treated me like your own blood, and I don't know how I got so lucky to have both of you. I love y'all. To my brothers, Harrison and Chandler, I would just like to rub it in your faces that I did what y'all couldn't and say thank you for being my biggest motivators. I love y'all. To my dad, I can now officially say that I'm done stressing about my high school classes, but I can't promise I won't do the same in college. Thank you for always being there for me and reassuring me that I always tried my best, even if I expected more of myself. I love you. To my best friend, the strongest, most determined woman I know, and the lady who challenges me to reach for the stars, sometimes frustrates me beyond belief because we're so much alike, and the person I am so fortunate to call my mother. Thank you for being you. I wouldn't be half the girl I am today without your love and support. I love you to the moon and back again. To the class of 2021, the people who I spent the last 6 years with, making memories with, and experiencing some of the greatest times of our lives together, I want to congratulate you. Here we are. This is the end of this big chapter. There's so much that awaits all of you outside the halls of Navarro High School. Tonight, we must accept the end of something in order to begin to build something new. As we say our final goodbyes, remember that you can't always wait for the perfect time. Sometimes you have to dare to do it, because life is too short to wonder what could have been. And when you dare to take a leap of faith, you have the freedom to define who you are, so choose wisely. I love all of you, and I'm so proud of what we've accomplished and what we're going to accomplish. Seniors, how lucky are we to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Good night and farewell to the classmates, friends, and families gathered here tonight. Stay safe on your travels and stay true to you as you face the future. Thank you.
Ms. Russell and members of the school board, at this time I would like to present for graduation the Navarro class of 2021 who have met all requirements set forth by the state of Texas and the Navarro Independent School District.
Members of the board, at this time I accept the recommendation for graduation for the Navarro High School class of 2021 who have met all the requirements set forth by the state of Texas and the Navarro Independent School District.
Callie Elizabeth Kimball. Daniel James Martinez. Brooke Aaron Wieland. Reef Coleman Richter. Shelby Grace Law. Deja Antoinette Williams. Lauren Danielle Ellie. Reese Aaron Rojas. McKenna Ann Ressing. Tanner Lee Sanchez. Haley Nicole Ward. Jackson Alexander Carlick. Chloe Suzanne Zimmer. Janae Morgan Brownie. Sandra Aguilar Ledesma. Mia Isabella Albert. Nayeli Araceli Alfaro. Emily Grace Alford. Deandra Daylin Avalos. Adon Balderas. Gregorio Barrientos. Sarah Elizabeth Benner. Cullen Michael Bishop. Cole Dean Booker. Tristan Kyler Breitenkamp. James Thomas Brinsley. Nellie Blair Brumley. Connor William Bryson. Ezekiel Asai Campos. Sienna Renee Cantu. Brooke Michaela Carley. Isaiah Matthew Castillo. Grant Bradford Chase. Jacqueline Chavez Martinez. Brooke Elizabeth Chestnut. Emily Ann Chestnut. Denham Raquel Clark. Caleb Bryant Covarrubias. Jacob Christopher Dalkey. Kayla Julianne DeLeon. Oliver Kenneth Ditch. Tyler Clinton Dugans. Magali Jacqueline Escobedo. Dustin Wesley Fiscus. Reed William Fishbeck. Quentin Edward Garcia. Angelina Lee Garza. Madeline Grace Gill. John Lucas Gilbert. Oliver Vincent Gomez. Isabella Rose Gonzalez. Kyle Gonzalez. Ashley Elizabeth Gosh. Kaylee J. Greinke. Dominic Gresham. Morgan Ray Grimm. Preston Foster Groby. Charles Otto Geldner. Andrew Ivan Guetta. Nicholas Joseph Guetta. Shannon Lynn Hancock. Logan James Harbeth. Isaac Nicholas Hernandez. Sergio Hernandez. Stephanie Lynn Hepner. Haley Nicole Hoffman. Brian Allen Holmes. Carter Henry Holcamp. Michaela Annette Isham. Nayan Eric Jones. Adriana Danielle Kennedy. We're switching.
You come to my office, it's in my collection.
Maverick Clay Kohlenberg. Serenity Faith Lane. Christian Eric Alexander LeBlanc. Vanessa Lisette Levi. Jesus Lopez. Catherine Lopez. Josiah Nathaniel Lopez Sigmund. Sarah Nicole Luna. Erin Nicole Magana. Blake Michael Martinez. Jason Patrick McCrary. Caitlin Janae Menchaca. Hunter Lane Mills. Marissa Brianna Myers. Hunter Ray Monroe. Cody James Morales. Abraham Morales Collin. Kelly Marie Mosel. Benjamin Michael Maniga. Samuel William Maniga. Leonardo Gamaliel Muñez Lucio. Mitsley Sule Munoz Mundo. Aiden Nicholas Navarro. James Joseph Norton. Leonardo Lee Okura. Haley Nicole Ortiz. Hector Daniel Otero. Briley Bliss Parker. You have to say it again. Cassie Ryan Pate. Hasael Perez. Christian J. Pavoda. Landry Danielle Porter. Blake Michael Pruitt. Keegan Jakob Pugh. Logan Craig Purdom. Alexander Khalil Kasum.
Did I say it right? Okay. Oh.
Jose Angel Ramirez. Desiree Sky Rangel. Layla Reyna Reyes. Justin Scott Ricketts. Dylan Lee Sines. Andres Sagredo Palacios. Chelsea Renee Salazar. Haley Grace Schaefer. Skylar Jason Scharnhorst. Malaysia Lee Seastrunk. Caleb Miles Seelig. Hannah Lorraine Slimminger. Ethan Andrew Smith. Sebastian Allen Sneed. We would like to take a moment now to remember Oliver Sebastian Soria. McKenna Renee Stafford. Avery Grace Strauss. Aiden Drew Shupak. Cooper Thomas Sisdek. Ramiro J. Torres. Lucas McLeod Turner. Jennifer Paula Vieira Lopez. Charles Hayden Walker. Dylan Thomas Wessels. Juliana Michelle Wiesman. Cora Roseanne Wilkins. Lexi Alyn Williams. Mark William Wozniak. Lauren Elizabeth Ibarra. Aliana Marie Zapata. Joseph Josiah Zaragoza.
Okay, graduates, please stand and turn your tassel. Graduates remain standing. We're going to call back to the stage Brooke Carley for our closing remarks. It'll be followed by the alma mater, and you guys are going to have to throw your hats where you are tonight at the end of that. So Brooke is on her way up.
Hi, everybody. It's me again. In this significant moment, we will look back and think of all the unforgettable memories we made in the past 4 years. We've all shed tears and shared laughs, but now we're all overly eager to go into the world on our own. As Malcolm X said, education is our passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. I hope that my fellow classmates will go on in their lives with their hearts wide open and their heads held high. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it.
This will end the ceremony of 2021. Congratulations, graduates. There is a screen out back with Navarro on it if y'all want to take pictures. Families, feel free to come down to the court with your graduates. Make sure you go to the cafeteria and pick up your stuff and your shirt. Congratulations again, graduates.